I'm a local political activist. I'm a former candidate for the Oakland Green Party. And I'm here to speak on behalf of myself, other people here present, and other progressive people here in Oakland. And our main reason for being here is we're asking the mayor and the police to totally take off the table any forcible eviction of this encampment here. I think we learned our lesson last time. I hope they have learned something of it. The last forcible eviction was an absolute fiasco, and another one will only be worse. We feel that there is plenty of room for dialogue, and there's some people here who are working with Occupy much closer than I am, who want to make sure that we are not here to represent Occupy. Occupy is represented by its General Assembly. Now, the city has done everything and a half except to speak to the General Assembly. So we are going to try to see what we can do to get these groups to acknowledge each other, to understand how they work with one another, and we need to have a dialogue. If the city has proposals to make, they need to bring them to the Occupy General Assembly. It's a very simple procedure, it's not complicated, and at the same time as we're asking the city to come forward and take their violence off the table, we're going to ask Occupy to come forward and make a call for a public forum, hopefully in this week, where all the members of the community could come down here and have an open discussion. And like I said, Occupy has its own format for doing that. And the way it works is you hand a proposal to the facilitators committee, and then you have 3 signatories, and you get on the schedule for a General Assembly meeting, and you speak out. We don't have any trouble working with that, and I don't see why the city should have any trouble working with that. And I think that there's dialogue is possible on both sides. But I have to say very, very clearly, the one thing that will not work is a repeat of the police action that took place the first time they tried to evict this place. The city could take that off the table, it would reduce tension, and say that whatever we do, we should do it peacefully, civilly, and with dialogue. This is not a riot, this is a very well-justified political protest. Thank you.
I think you shouldn't be surprised it's the city.